Hello Kings of War fans, welcome to another community update for this week, ending in the 17th of April 2020. This is coming to you later than usual because I was doing other stuff. Okay, I was doing other stuff. I got stuff to do, okay? The first thing I'm going to talk about today is that the Mantic Games free rules section got an update. Can you guess which game it was? It was Kings of War. So for a first time, the 3rd edition rules are available for free. You might be confused about how you do it, but you basically add it to the shop like it's a thing you have to register. Anyway, it's a thing. The rules, they're free. You can give them to your friends. You can say, well, hey, being serious, this is a great thing. This is how I got into Kings of War, and the only reason I played Kings of War was because the rules are free. So it's about time. While we're hanging out on the Mantic site, the Mantic blog has been getting some nice updates. The first of the updates was a hobby spotlight on your friend and mine, Daniel Reid. If you haven't seen Daniel Reid's paintings before, you are mad because they're amazing. Daniel has an incredibly clean style, and he goes through a little bit about where he came from and some of the stuff he does. But one of the things I like about this article is that it's got some units on there you might not have seen. We've all seen Dan's Basselians, but his dwarves are just equally gorgeous. Look at that steam. Oh, that's amazing. That's a fantastic steel behemoth. Really, really nice to see. The other thing I've updated is a guide to multi-basing. It's not actually new content, although there's a link to Kyle Preslinski's video on how to deploy in Kings of War, which is excellent, and I thoroughly recommend you check it out. But it's some links to Luke APS's videos on how to do diorama basing for multi-basing in Kings of War. These videos are fantastic, but above all, you can gaze jealously at his magnificent ears. Look at those. It follows up with a bunch of other videos from a bunch of other people, but they haven't got decent ears, so frankly, not worth it. I don't know about you, but the current lockdown has been really interfering with my podcast listening time, which I used to do in the car. That means that the deluge of content that we've been unleashing upon you from Countercharge has been lying in my to-listen-to pile. However, if you haven't caught up yet, I thoroughly recommend you head over to episode 422, which is an interview with Ronnie Renton. Ronnie's been enjoying lockdown, to some extent, as much as you can enjoy lockdown, but the best thing about the interview is he unleashes some stuff about what's coming up in the Kings of War release calendar for the rest of the year, and you haven't heard this anywhere else. I highly recommend you check it out. Apart from anything, Ronnie's just a lovely chap, and he's always good value to listen to. If you're more of a reader than a listener, you might want to head over to Dash 28, which is the home for all community stuff for Kings of War. There's probably a tagline that I've missed out somewhere. Anyway, they've been doing army reviews in a slightly different way. For example, let's check out the Empire of Dust army review, which Jake Hutton has posted on April the 16th. They've been breaking the armies down into tier rankings where they split into an S, A, B, C, and D tier. It's one person's view, of course, but it's a nice different way to look at the armies, and above anything else, it gives Todd Serpico something to complain about. Another fun thing that Dash 28 has been doing is live streaming some of the Call to Arms matches. If you don't know what Call to Arms is, it's an online tournament. In fact, the largest Kings of War tournament that's ever been seen, with over 140 players participating from across the world. Dash 28 has been live streaming some of these battles and commentating them on as well. If you can't find them on YouTube, simply head over to Dash 28, click on the little thing, and there's a link to the YouTube right there, so you can watch a bunch of talking heads talk about stuff for a couple of hours. You can pass some time, and plus you can see the fact that Mike has got his face covered, whoever it is. It might be Mike Atkins, might be Mike Sedelmeier, it might be Mike somebody else, who knows. You can't see his face, nobody knows. It's Mike Atkins. Wouldn't it be cool if I planned these updates a little better, and then when I was talking about multi-basing earlier, I could have segued immediately into this guide to multi-basing, therefore, seeming like there was any kind of planning or... Anyway, moving on. In the Kings of War forum, Ogres_Layer, not sure who he is, and he's referred to himself as Ogre, so we're going to call him Ogre for the entirety of this little bit, has posted an incredibly detailed guide to how he does cobblestone basing. This guide is fantastic and goes through a step-by-step, painstakingly detailed process to create a multi-base with dice holders, with magnets, so you can put them on things, but the result at the end is fantastically good and looks really, really great. So if you fancy creating some cobblestone bases of your own, why not head over to the forum and check it out? And in my relentless quest to make Mike Carter feel like we love him, because we do, he's updated until somebody loses an eye again, and this time he's headed into the abyssal Grotesques. The Grotesques are fantastic models, but they might be a little bit complicated to put together. Did you know, for example, that the sprues got a little dot on them, and you're supposed to put the ones that got a 1 dot with the body that's got a 1 dot? Some people didn't know that. Mike did, and he goes through a detailed guide about how to put your Grotesques together. Keep up the good work, and did I mention that we love you? Because we do. We've had another bumper week of hobby updates, unsurprisingly, since people are sitting around in their houses. The first thing that caught my eye was Gavin Miles' Trolls Hordes. These classic troll models just look fantastic. Although 4 troll hordes, really though, 4 troll hordes, God, they look good. Hank Googe is in extreme danger of having his own section, similar to the Chris Walsh section. Everything he posts is just mind-bendingly good. Have a look at this unit of Trident Realm. He doesn't even have a Trident Realm army, and this is so fantastic. The water effect on this is just beautiful. Can't get enough of it. Jake Tirapika, who the eagle-eared amongst you will have noticed I accidentally called Jake Hutton earlier on in this news update, has posted a picture of his Ghoulghast. Jake's painting work is fantastically good recently, and this Ghoulghast is an example of that. Felix Castro posted this unit of Huskars to the Northern Alliance group. I think this unit is really nicely painted, but it's particularly well set off by the basing, which is a lovely contrast. Michael Johnson posted his elves to the Kings of War Fanatics group. A lot of people complain about the Mantic elves and say they don't know how to make them look good. You want to know how to make them look good? This is how you make them look good. Taylor Holloway posted this conversion to be his cave dweller. It's a cavern dweller. I think it's a cavern dweller. Anyway, it doesn't matter because this conversion is off the scale amazing. Over in the Kings of War forums, Vince posted this update with a link through to his blog for his all yellow and black Kingdoms of Men / Basilean army that he's been working on for quite a while. It started off as a Warhammer Fantasy Empire army, but the sight of it ranked up is just a feast for the eyes. So for those of you who love gazing up rank after rank of lovely little men in yellow and black, why not head over and check it out? Now, those of you who've been paying attention know that I love hordes upon hordes of skeletons, ranked up in full model count. Well, Jeff Blakey posted up some resin goblin skeletons, which he got from a Kickstarter. These grinning little midgets look fantastic, and they do enough scratch my skeleton itch. Now, some of you might think that working for Mantic and therefore getting access to models early, painting them up and then bragging about it online was somewhat cheeky, but not me. I love it. Check out Martin Thurwell's Hellfane. I really love the obsidian stone effect he's given to the beast underneath, which really brings out the dramatic contrast. I've seen Martin's painting firsthand and it really is fantastic. I can't wait to play him one day and probably get trounced by him. I also liked Pete Jones's Efreet, which he posted to the Kings of War Forces of the Abyss group on Facebook. This is a Dungeon Saga model, but what I particularly like about it is the basing, which makes it look hot, hot, hot. Well, that's it for this week. Sorry for posting it late, and the usual apology for missing off your models. It doesn't mean that I don't love you, it just means that I'm lazy. Before I forget, you remember I did the 500 subscriber giveaway that Ernok Stein won? Well, Ernok Stein never got in contact with me. Ernok, if you are still out there, please do contact me on deathbydragonsbr@gmail.com or send me a message to Steve Hildrew on Facebook. I'm on the Fanatics forum quite a lot, so you should be able to find me. I'll give you another week, and if not, I'll do the draw again. How exciting. See you next week.